The real reason walking gets slower after 60, it's not just aging. Have you noticed that you're walking a little slower than you used to? Maybe you don't keep up with your friends anymore. Maybe crossing the street feels a little more rushed. Or perhaps you've simply realized that your legs don't move with the same confidence they once did. Most people assume that's just a normal part of getting older. But what if that's not the real reason? In fact, research has shown that walking speed is one of the strongest indicators of healthy aging and long-term independence. So if your walking has changed, your body may be trying to tell you something important. And the good news is, this isn't simply about getting older. Today we'll explore the real reason walking gets slower after 60, and more importantly, what you can do to protect your mobility, your confidence, and your independence for years to come. If you'd like simple science-based tips to stay strong, mobile, and independent after 50, subscribe to Forever Independent. Let's get started. And what may surprise you most is that walking slower is often a symptom, not the real problem itself. Walking slower isn't just about your legs. One of the biggest misconceptions about aging is believing that walking slower happens simply because you're getting older. The truth is, your body doesn't suddenly decide to slow down after 60. Walking is actually one of the most complex movements your body performs every single day. Every step depends on several systems working together at the same time. Your muscles have to generate enough strength to move your body forward. Your joints need to move smoothly. Your brain has to coordinate every movement. And your balance system is constantly making tiny adjustments to keep you stable, even if you don't notice it. When all of these systems are working well, walking feels natural. You don't have to think about each step because your body does the work automatically. But as the years go by, small changes begin to happen. Your muscles may produce a little less power than they once did. Your reactions may become slightly slower. Your balance may become less precise. Even the communication between your brain and your legs can become a little less efficient. None of these changes happen overnight. They develop gradually, which is why many women don't notice them at first. Instead, they simply begin taking shorter steps, walking a little more carefully, or avoiding walking as fast as they used to. And here's what's important to understand. Walking slower isn't always the problem itself. Very often, it's one of the first visible signs that your body is quietly adapting to changes happening beneath the surface. That's why paying attention to your walking speed can tell you much more about your overall mobility than most people realize. The hidden changes that affect the way you walk. So, what are the changes that actually make walking slower? It usually starts with something many people never think about. Muscle power. Notice that I said muscle power, not just muscle strength. They're not exactly the same. Strength is how much force your muscles can produce. Power is how quickly they can produce that force. And when you walk, your body depends much more on power than most people realize. Every step requires your leg muscles to push your body forward, support your weight, and prepare for the next step, all in just a fraction of a second. As we get older, this ability to generate force quickly begins to decline, often earlier than muscle strength itself. That's why many women can still lift grocery bags or get through their daily routine, yet notice that their walking speed gradually decreases. But muscles are only part of the story. Your balance system also changes over time. Tiny sensors in your feet, ankles, muscles, and joints are constantly sending information to your brain about where your body is in space. Your eyes also help guide your movement, while your inner ear plays an important role in keeping you steady. Your brain takes all of this information and makes hundreds of tiny adjustments every second to keep you walking smoothly and safely. As these systems become a little less efficient with age, your brain naturally becomes more cautious. Without you even realizing it, you may begin taking shorter steps. Your walking rhythm changes. Your feet spend a little more time on the ground. And your body slows down, not because it has to, but because it's trying to stay stable. In many cases, walking slower is actually your body's way of protecting you. It's an adaptation, a smart one. But it can also be an early sign that your muscles, balance, and coordination need more attention if you want to keep moving confidently in the years ahead. Your body can still adapt after 60. Here's something that surprises many people. The changes we've been talking about are real, but they don't mean your body has stopped adapting. In fact, one of the most remarkable things about the human body is that it continues responding to the way you use it throughout your life. Your muscles are living tissue. They constantly receive signals telling them whether they need to stay strong and active, or whether they can gradually do less. The same is true for your balance and coordination. Every time you walk, climb stairs, stand up from a chair, or practice a movement that challenges your stability, your brain and your muscles work together to improve that movement. Think of it as keeping a conversation alive between your brain and your body. The more that conversation continues, the more efficiently your body can respond when you need to move. On the other hand, when movement becomes less frequent, the body begins to adapt to that as well. If you avoid walking because it feels tiring, if you stop taking the stairs, if you become less active day after day, your muscles receive fewer signals to stay strong. Your balance system is challenged less often. Your coordination gradually becomes less efficient. It's not because your body is giving up. It's because your body is incredibly efficient. It always adapts to what you do most. That's why small daily habits can have a much greater impact than many people expect. A short walk. Standing up from a chair without using your hands whenever it's safe to do so. Simple leg strengthening exercises. Practicing your balance for just a few minutes. These actions may seem small on their own, but together they continually remind your muscles, your brain, and your nervous system that they are still needed. Over time, those consistent signals help preserve the strength, coordination, and confidence that make walking feel easier and more natural. And perhaps the most important thing to remember is this: walking faster isn't the goal. The real goal is to keep moving with confidence, stability, and independence for as many years as possible. Small daily habits that help you keep walking with confidence. If walking a little slower isn't just about aging, then what can you actually do to protect your mobility? The answer isn't to push yourself harder or spend hours exercising. In fact, some of the most effective habits are also the simplest, because they encourage your body to keep using the systems that support healthy movement. One of the most important is regular walking. Not because walking alone builds strong muscles, but because it helps your brain, muscles, joints, and balance system continue working together. The key is consistency. A comfortable walk most days of the week does far more than an occasional long workout followed by several days of inactivity. Strength training is another essential piece of the puzzle. As we talked about earlier, your muscles need regular signals telling them they are still needed. Simple exercises like chair squats, step-ups, calf raises, or gentle resistance training can help maintain the muscle power that makes each step feel lighter and more controlled. Balance exercises are just as important. Standing on one leg while holding onto a sturdy surface, walking heel to toe, or practicing simple stability exercises helps train the communication between your brain and the muscles that keep you steady. And don't underestimate the importance of everyday movement. Choosing the stairs when it's safe. Walking around the house instead of sitting for long periods. Getting up from your chair every hour. Parking a little farther away from the entrance. These small choices may seem insignificant, but they add up over time. Every movement tells your body, stay ready, stay strong, keep adapting. Finally, remember that sleep, good nutrition, and staying properly hydrated also support healthy muscles and overall mobility. Your body doesn't rely on just one habit. It responds to the combination of everything you do, day after day. And that's exactly why it's never just one workout or one healthy meal that makes the difference. It's the routine you build over time that helps you continue walking with confidence, strength, and independence. Walking speed is a signal, not your destiny. One of the most important messages to take away from this video is that your walking speed is more than just a number. It reflects how well different parts of your body are working together. Your muscles, your joints, your balance, your nervous system, even your confidence. That's why many health professionals pay close attention to changes in walking speed, especially as we get older. A gradual slowdown doesn't necessarily mean something is wrong, but it is a signal worth paying attention to. Think of it like the warning light on a car's dashboard. The light isn't the problem itself, simply letting you know that something deserves a closer look. The same is true for your body. When you notice that you're walking more slowly than before, getting tired sooner, or feeling less confident on your feet, don't see it as a reason to give up. See it as an invitation to take better care of your mobility. The earlier you notice these small changes, the more opportunities you have to strengthen your body, improve your balance, and maintain the independence that allows you to keep doing the things you love. Because staying mobile isn't about walking faster than everyone else. It's about being able to walk comfortably through your neighborhood, travel with confidence, play with your grandchildren, go shopping without fear, and continue enjoying everyday life on your own terms. Those are the moments that make mobility truly valuable. Walking a little slower doesn't mean you've reached the end of your active years. More often than not, it's your body's way of asking for a little more attention. The encouraging news is that your muscles, your balance, and even your walking ability can continue improving well beyond your 60s with the right daily habits. You don't have to accept losing mobility as an inevitable part of aging. Small, consistent choices made today can make a remarkable difference in how confidently you move 5, 10, or even 20 years from now. Because staying independent isn't about being perfect. It's about giving your body the support it needs to keep doing the things you love. If you found this video helpful, subscribe to Forever Independent for simple science-based tips to help you stay strong, mobile, and independent after 50. And I'd love to hear from you. Have you noticed your walking speed changing over the years? Or is there another mobility challenge you've experienced after 60? Share your experience in the comments below. I read every comment, and your story may encourage another woman going through the same thing. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.